Star Trek Can kicked off with a confident first episode. So, how's it holding up? Episode 1 sets us in the months after Kirk's presumed death aboard the Enterprise B, with the headstrong Dr. Lear elbowing her way aboard the Excelsior, chasing intel that the Botany Bay holds logs of the Augment's time on Ceti Alpha 5. I'll link to my review of episode 1, but here I'm covering episodes 2 to 6, and there's still plenty to praise, along with some caveats. This covers discovery of the Ceti Eels, Marla and Khan's relationship, and the destruction of Ceti Alpha 6. Marla MacGyver's was set up well, alienated from Starfleet, but not an augment, a natural point of tension. She is the outside perspective on Khan and his people, similar to what Spock or Data is to humanity in the Star Trek shows. Revelations that she secretly kept a Starfleet communicator sets the stage for early conflict with Khan, revealing her doubts and reminding us she's not truly one of them. Khan destroying it leaves Marla with only one option: commitment, but it also cuts off any possible way to signal for help in the coming catastrophe, setting a trend for some nicely plotted moments to come. Like her relationship with Khan, which is built on an interesting route they've taken with him, showing his sacrifices. As he said, he is a leader, not a king or emperor. His life is not his own. He earns the adulation of his people. And we see that as he surges after Richter, the first of the augments lost to the infant Ceti Eels, with a 2-day journey carrying him back through the jungle. There's also intriguing clashes of ideas, like in the episode Magical Thinking, where after several deaths, the younger augments have questions about what comes next. Marla suggests they mark it by observing ritual, but Khan initially resists, branding that superstition, until somewhere between her sentiment and his logic, they find a middle path. Their romance is built on mutual adjustment like this, each not quite what the other initially thinks, and earning the other's respect. And there's a lovely moment during a burial where Khan whispers, "My God, what have I done?" echoing Kirk in Star Trek 3. Moments like that land beautifully, but a few others, though well plotted, don't quite cut it as cleanly due to the execution. For example, after Khan rescues Richter, their medic Ursula believes she won't find the answer to his illness until autopsy. Then Khan immediately kills the boy. This is the right move, tragedy forcing him into killing as a kindness. Richter has already killed his girlfriend Sylvana unknowingly, taking Khan's instruction to fight against his illness literally. But this time they've already shown that the augments can enhance their scanners with Starfleet equipment, but they don't even talk about doing that in this case, even to rule it out. They don't even do as much as take an X-ray. It's just not clear that they've exhausted every possibility. And there's a second element that dulls the impact. Most of the augments outside of Khan, Ivan and Mado are indistinct. If they weren't saying their names all the time during dialogue, I would be lost. Just generic male and female voices, like young baristas less than thrilled to take your order. Basically, the voice performances in the secondary cast is weak. Of course, this is part of the challenge of the audio-only realm, but it actually creeps into the main cast as well. Marla MacGyver's is well characterised, but her performance is strangely muted at times. For example, when she risks her life racing out in the night to prove her worth by catching a live Ceti eel, she reveals to Ursula that she has a phaser, another stashed piece of Federation equipment, and Ursula agrees to keep her secret from Khan, and in turn confesses the truth behind the deaths of Richter and Sylvana. It's a smartly structured scene. Ursula had yet to accept MacGyver's, so trust is exchanged by unlikely players. But the delivery is bizarre. Marla isn't shocked by what she learns at all. She just says thank you, like she's wrapping up a transaction at a cosmetics counter. That moment should be pure tension, but there's no heat in it whatsoever. There's also jarring clashes in tone. You can hear exactly where Meyer's classical writing bumps up against the Gen Z-isms. Lines like Del Mondo complaining about how exhausting it is to justify himself. These moments are not subtle. It's like a skin graft from a cheetah. And that brings us to the most controversial element so far. Following the destruction of Ceti Alpha 6, an alien ship crash lands near the augments, caught in the explosion. Aboard are the Alborians, a race of powerful telepaths of which Delmonda is their spokesman. And that is shaping up to be the make or break element of the story, and I've got to say, I'm not convinced. We only have a limited account of this time from Star Trek II, so there was always scope to throw in a curveball. On the plus side, it does avoid the story becoming a mere checklist forged from the scraps of Wrath of Khan, but it's still risky. The fact it's never mentioned in Star Trek II, and by that time Khan is consumed by revenge, has me worry they may go one of two ways. Either the Alborians use their power to erase the augment's memory of them, or they make Khan go mad. And I really hope this isn't the case, because either would be a cop-out, robbing Khan of agency and retconning his obsession with Kirk. If we're to stick with canon, then the Eels will take more lives yet, including Marla.
They killed 20 of my people, including my beloved wife.
I was hoping they would deal with the cause of Ceti Alpha 6's destruction, and they may still yet. It remains the mystery central to the question of culpability of Kirk and the Federation. In fairness, when Wrath of Khan was made, no one imagined we would have full sky surveillance, but given our current technological trajectory, it's hard to believe that 2 centuries from now, Starfleet wouldn't notice a planet exploding in a known star system. Although this is Nicholas Meyer's story, it has been adapted for audio, stretching it out the way the 2-hour films get turned into 10-hour limited series these days, and at points it does show. It hasn't been the slam dunk I hoped for, but there has been plenty to be positive about, and its failings, however frustrating, are still within forgiveness tolerance. We'll see what the ending brings, so I'll withhold judgment for now. Confusiasm, out.